Well, it is an honor for Deanie and I to be here tonight, and I told the minister's got to catch an airplane here at some point, and I told him that I was only going to recite half of Gamal Ataturk's famous 2.5-day speech. So you'll be able to catch the same flight tomorrow night, and I promise you. Thanks for the kind introduction, Chris. And it really is, honestly, it's a genuine privilege to be here with you tonight. My only fear in speaking with you is that I won't do justice verbally to the importance of our relationship. I mean, I hope that my presence here is what makes the greatest statement, because I probably will find myself inadequate eloquently or lacking eloquence to express to you the closeness we feel and the importance of the relationship as we go forward. But let me give it a try. I'm particularly proud to join several leaders who have helped make some of history, really. And of course, among those, I mention you, Mr. Minister, the Minister of National Defense, Yilmaz, Ambassador Tan, Ambassador Holmes, and of course, we also have my dinner partner tonight, since they separated me from my wife. And that, of course, is Ambassador Richard Armitage. Ambassador Armitage actually remains a deeply influential in Washington. He's also a combat-decorated naval officer, a former collegiate linebacker, and I'm told, and I have no doubt, that he still owns one of the most significant collection of weightlifting apparatus in the military district of Washington. And I'm still intimidated by you, sir, but thanks for your decades-long service. And I'll just say I'm just glad he's on our side. I'm also gratified to be here during the time of year that is special to the Turkish people, because I noted that on Saturday, Turkey celebrated its 88th birthday. And allow me, on behalf of all of America's men and women who serve in uniform, to wish you a happy birthday. What I recently learned, however, is on this very day in history, exactly 83 years ago, Turkey adopted its modern Turkish alphabet. And this was a move many credit for contributing to Turkey's incredible leap in national literacy and productivity during a critical time in your history. And it occurs to me that it demonstrates the sweeping impact that one good decision can have when the timing and the vision are right. And I actually think we're at another one of those points in our history. Of course, it also happens to be that today is World Vegan Day, but I didn't want to bring that up before you chowed down on the filet mignon. It is. It's actually World Vegan Day, so you should all feel very guilty. Yet among the food and friendship we share tonight, there are recent events that weigh heavily on our hearts. And Deanie and I, on behalf of our nation and the 2.2 million men and women in uniform, do extend our deepest sympathies and prayers to the people of Turkey after the loss of life and the devastation from the recent earthquake in eastern Turkey. And we've been very proud to be just a small part of helping you recover from that. You know and can be sure that our country is committed to you as you recover and rebuild, and we're proud to call you our friends. And I don't make that statement lightly, because I truly believe the old Turkish saying, "Tell me who your friend is, and I will tell you who you are." Turkey has indeed been a strong friend and an important partner and a leader the world will increasingly rely upon. From the Cold War to the first Gulf War, from our current conflicts to the new missile defense radar that NATO will deploy in the Republic of Turkey, Turkey's security contributions have been absolutely critical. Today, more than 1,800 Turkish troops serve in Afghanistan, with this proud nation also having held command of ISAF twice in this decade. Turkey has also positively engaged Iraq, working with Iraqi leaders to reinforce that nation's emerging democracy and helping it rebuild. Sadly, both of our nations have also lived through the searing experience of terrorist attacks on our own soil and abroad. Tonight, we also remember the families of the 24 members of the Turkish military killed in the attack perpetrated by the PKK just 2 weeks ago. We also remember the 17 souls lost in this weekend's insurgent attack in Kabul in Afghanistan on a NATO convoy. Rest assured, the United States stands with Turkey in this struggle, and we will continue to provide counterterrorism support and help crack down on the PKK's criminal activities across Europe. But even during these difficulties and challenging times, Turkey's incredible promise and progress shine through. Now more than ever, our world needs Turkey's shining example and responsible leadership. New governments in nations like Tunisia, Egypt, and Libya are emerging against the backdrop of this Arab transition. The people of each nation will, of course, choose their own way, but they need positive role models. As a vibrant democracy with a Muslim population, Turkey matters much more than most. For Turkey is a nation that not only inspires and connects continents, but one that can build new bridges to these emerging nation states in ways that others of us simply cannot. As our two nations face our future together, I think our partnership, and of course President Obama termed it a model partnership, can become even more comprehensive. At least I hope so. In fact, we can already see how wide and deep this partnership can be. More than 12,000 Turkish students study each year in the United States, more than any other European country. The United States and Turkey also conducted nearly $15 billion in trade with each other last year, an almost 40% increase from the year before, and the most ever shared in our history. And the Turkish people, like Americans, love their technology. The minister and I were chatting about social media a while ago and reveling in the fact that if it existed 30 years ago, neither of us would be where we are today. But Turkey is one of the world's top nations in the percentage of the population that uses cell phones at well over 90%. And as someone who personally enjoys Facebook, I was also delighted to learn that Turkey is the #1 user of Facebook of all non-English speaking countries on the planet. That's really good news for me. I only have 7,000 Facebook friends, but I could use a few more. When you consider Turkey's remarkable rise over the past 88 years and its ability to span both continents and multiple cultures, I believe its next century holds even more promise than the past one. And I believe our collective future will be even better if we work together. Now look, as our partnership grows, we also know that we may have our occasional differences, and that's okay. In fact, in some ways, it's actually quite healthy for sovereign nations to disagree from time to time. But I'm confident that we can focus on the common ground we share and an even deeper partnership in the future, without letting the few issues that we differ on pull us apart. That's how true friendships work. That's also why we must stay engaged, keep communicating, and why nights like this, far beyond the good food and the great company, are so very important. Because our already strong relationship grows in breadth and depth, we have to move past the world of labels. We need to move beyond the old paradigms of East and West, Christian or Muslim, New World or Old World, and onto building a bold and bright and new future together. Thank you all for coming tonight, because it is very important. I told the minister, Deanie and I just had our 6th grandchild. There's 2 things I want you to know about me tonight. Number 1, today, I am 1 year cancer-free. I had cancer last year and fought through it. You can't imagine how that changes your perspective on things. And it allows you, I think, to see things and empathize with people more than probably I'm sorry to admit I did before. But that's one thing. The second thing is, today Deanie and I celebrated the arrival of our 6th grandchild. And what I told the minister tonight was, that's why I'm still in the service of my country. Because it's important to me that my grandchildren have the same opportunities that I've had. and the ministers told me exactly the same thing. Now, if that's not the basis on which we can move forward, I just don't know what is. God bless all of you. God bless Turkey, and God bless America. You could stand over here, General. Chris.
This is the Distinguished Defense Award given to General Martin Dempsey. In recognition of his lengthy and distinguished career in the United States Army, rising through its ranks to become its Chief of Staff and the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, in appreciation for his steadfast support of NATO defense relations and the invaluable role of American leadership for NATO defense, and in recognition of the continued vital importance of a strong U.S.-Turkey relationship for bilateral and NATO security, the Distinguished Defense Award is conferred on General Martin Dempsey.
Oh, sure. This might actually make it in the house.
General and Mrs. Dempsey, thank you all for spending this evening with us. We hope that it has been enjoyable for you as it has been for us. We know that the minister needs to prepare to leave for the airport in just a moment. Whenever you feel that you need to leave, feel free to do so. For the others, though, if you are prepared to stay and finish your coffee and your dessert, we would certainly welcome it. For those who are joining us for the defense breakfast tomorrow or for the interagency briefing, we'll see you tomorrow. And for those who are departing tonight and tomorrow, thank you for your commitment to the U.S.-Turkey relationship and safe travels.